Behind those pristine white ships and smiling crew members lies a world most passengers never see. Former cruise workers are finally breaking their silence about what really happens on board, and some of these revelations might shock even the most experienced cruisers. From hidden surveillance systems to rigged entertainment, the cruise industry has been keeping secrets that could dramatically change how you experience your next vacation. One wrong move based on what you don't know could quietly drain your wallet or even put you in danger without you realizing it until it's too late. Today we're exposing 8 cruise ship secrets that only former employees dare to reveal. Whether you're booking your first cruise or you think you know everything about life at sea, what you're about to discover might completely transform your approach to cruising. We'll uncover everything from how you're being monitored without knowing it to which cabin locations crew members would never choose for themselves. But it's not all alarming news. We'll also reveal some insider tips that could save you hundreds of dollars and make your cruise experience infinitely better. So buckle up as we dive into the hidden side of cruise life that the brochures never mention. You might think you understand how cruise ship pricing works, but former revenue managers say passengers are being quietly manipulated in ways most never notice. That drink package you bought thinking it would save money. One former bar manager revealed that the break-even point is deliberately set higher than what average passengers actually consume. The cruise line knows from years of data that most people buy the unlimited package, but only drink enough to cover about 60% of what they paid. Even more surprising is how dynamic pricing works behind the scenes. Just like airlines, cruise prices can change multiple times per day based on booking patterns, but unlike flights, there's no clear system telling you when prices drop. One former sales agent confessed that they're trained to create urgency by claiming cabins are filling up fast, even when hundreds of rooms remain available. The real strategy is getting you to book quickly before you have time to comparison shop or wait for better deals. Here's what former staff wish passengers knew. Prices almost always drop closer to sailing date if the ship isn't full. That upgrade you're offered at check-in for $200. The same room might be available for $50 just by waiting until embarkation day. The key is being flexible with your cabin category and booking refundable rates when possible. But if you think pricing tricks are sneaky, wait until you hear about the surveillance system watching your every move. You probably know there are security cameras around the ship, but former security officers reveal the monitoring goes much deeper than most passengers realize. Every public area, every hallway, even some seemingly private spaces like secluded deck corners have cameras recording 24 hours a day. One ex-security supervisor shared that they could track any passenger's movements throughout their entire cruise just by following them from camera to camera. The system is so advanced that it can flag unusual behavior patterns, like someone spending too much time near restricted areas or exhibiting signs of intoxication. But here's what gets really invasive. Your cruise card isn't just tracking purchases. Every time you tap it, the system logs your location, the time, and what you're doing. Former crew members revealed that this data builds a detailed profile of your habits, preferences, and spending patterns. High-value passengers get flagged for special treatment, while others might find themselves subtly discouraged from certain areas or services. The most shocking part is how this information gets shared among crew members. Bartenders know which passengers are big tippers before they order their first drink. Restaurant staff know who's complained about service on previous cruises. Even housekeeping gets briefings about which guests might be difficult to please. Want to use this to your advantage? Be consistently polite and tip well early in your cruise. That positive reputation follows you everywhere and often results in upgrades, better service, and insider recommendations you wouldn't get otherwise. Speaking of things that aren't what they seem, let's talk about what's really happening in the cruise ship kitchen. That gourmet meal you're enjoying might not be as fresh as you think. Former galley workers have revealed that cruise ship food preparation relies heavily on pre-made, frozen, and processed ingredients that are prepared weeks before your cruise even begins. One executive chef admitted that up to 70% of buffet items arrive on the ship already cooked, vacuum-sealed, and ready to reheat. The logistics make sense when you consider that cruise ships need to feed thousands of people multiple times per day with limited storage and preparation space. But it also means that lobster tail was likely frozen solid just hours before reaching your plate, and those fluffy scrambled eggs probably started as powder or liquid from a carton. Even items that look made to order, like some pasta dishes or carved meats, often begin with pre-cooked components that are simply finished and plated fresh. This isn't necessarily about cutting costs, though that's part of it. It's about consistency and safety. When you're serving food to 4,000 people while rocking on ocean waves, standardization becomes crucial. However, former kitchen staff warn about certain items to avoid. Seafood at the buffet, especially during sea days when restocking isn't possible, can sit under heat lamps much longer than ideal. Dairy-based desserts and cream sauces are often made from powdered mixes rather than fresh ingredients. The smart approach is knowing where to find the freshest food on board. Specialty restaurants typically have higher quality ingredients and more actual cooking happening. Made-to-order stations like omelet bars, stir-fry counters, and pasta stations give you the best chance of getting something truly fresh. Room service, surprisingly, is often reheated versions of buffet items, so don't expect it to be any better than what you'd get in the main dining areas. But if you think food quality issues are concerning, wait until you learn about the medical facilities that might not be what you expect in an emergency. Most passengers assume that cruise ship medical centers are fully equipped hospitals with experienced doctors ready to handle any emergency. Former medical staff paint a different picture that's both reassuring and alarming depending on your perspective. While cruise ships do carry medical professionals, the facilities are often more like urgent care clinics than full hospitals. One former ship nurse revealed that they're equipped to handle basic injuries, seasickness, and minor illnesses, but anything serious requires expensive helicopter evacuation or diversion to the nearest port. The real surprise is how much medical care costs on board. Without insurance coverage, a simple consultation can cost hundreds of dollars, and emergency medications are marked up dramatically. One passenger reportedly paid $300 for basic antibiotics that would cost $30 at a regular pharmacy. Even more concerning is that medical staff contracts vary widely between cruise lines. Some hire highly qualified physicians, while others rely on less experienced practitioners or recent medical school graduates looking for adventure. Former crew members strongly recommend purchasing comprehensive travel insurance that covers medical evacuation. The cost of a helicopter rescue from international waters can easily reach $50,000, and that's before any actual medical treatment. They also suggest bringing a well-stocked personal first aid kit with basic medications, especially if you have chronic conditions or take prescription drugs regularly. Here's an insider tip that could save your life. If you have a serious medical emergency, specifically request to be taken to the nearest major port rather than the ship's next scheduled stop. The medical facilities in some cruise destinations are not equipped for complex procedures, and former medical staff say passengers sometimes receive better care by insisting on going to a major city with modern hospitals, even if it means leaving the cruise early. Now let's explore something that affects every passenger but few understand. The real story behind cabin assignments and why some rooms should be avoided at all costs. You might think all interior cabins are basically the same, or that ocean view rooms just differ in their scenery, but former housekeeping staff and guest services agents reveal there's a hidden hierarchy of cabin desirability that most passengers never learn about. Certain cabin locations have serious drawbacks that the booking system doesn't warn you about, and crew members have a mental list of rooms they'd never want to stay in themselves. Cabins directly below the buffet or main pool deck deal with constant noise from chairs being dragged across the floor, late-night cleaning, and early morning setup that starts around 5 in the morning. Rooms near the theater experience vibrations from sound systems and crowds of people walking past after every show. But the worst locations are cabins near crew quarters or service areas. One former room steward explained that these rooms deal with 24-hour noise from crew shift changes, laundry operations, and mechanical systems that never shut down. Forward cabins on lower decks feel significantly more motion during rough seas, leading to seasickness even for people who normally handle boats well. Aft cabins, especially on older ships, can experience engine vibration and diesel fumes. Cabins near elevators deal with constant ding sounds and conversations from waiting passengers at all hours of the night. But here's the secret that could get you a better room for the same price. Former guest services staff revealed that they almost always have a few superior cabins available at check-in that weren't sold because of last-minute cancellations or no-shows. If you're polite, well-dressed, and ask nicely about complimentary upgrades, especially if you're celebrating something special, your chances are surprisingly good. The key is timing your request for late afternoon when they've processed most check-ins and know exactly what's available. Even more valuable is understanding which cabin numbers to specifically request when booking. Odd-numbered cabins are typically on the port side, even numbers on starboard. Depending on your itinerary, one side might have significantly better views or less sun glare during the day. Former crew members also suggest avoiding cabins ending in certain numbers that tend to be located in less desirable spots near service areas or with obstructed views that aren't clearly disclosed during booking. Let's shift to something that could save you serious money. The truth about shore excursions and why booking through the cruise line might not be your best option. Those glossy excursion brochures in your cabin showcase amazing adventures at seemingly reasonable prices, but former tour coordinators reveal that cruise ship excursions often cost 2 to 3 times what you'd pay for the same experience if you booked independently. The markup isn't just for convenience. It's a major profit center that cruise lines depend on to boost revenue. One former excursion manager admitted that many tours sold through the ship are actually run by the same local companies you could book directly, just with the cruise line taking a substantial commission. That snorkeling trip that costs $120 through the ship might be available for $60 if you book it yourself at the port. Even more surprising is that the cruise line version often includes fewer stops or shorter time at each location to accommodate the ship's schedule and maximize the number of passengers they can cycle through. However, there are legitimate advantages to cruise line excursions that former staff want passengers to understand. The ship will wait for official excursions that run late, but they'll leave passengers behind who miss the departure time while on independent tours. Cruise line excursions also typically include insurance coverage and guaranteed transportation back to the ship. If something goes wrong on an independent tour, you're responsible for getting yourself back to the port on time. The smart middle ground is researching popular ports in advance and identifying which excursions offer genuine value versus which ones are overpriced tourist traps. Beach days, shopping tours, and basic sightseeing can almost always be done more cheaply on your own. Adventure activities like ziplining, deep-sea fishing, or cultural tours with specialized guides might be worth the premium for the added security and convenience. Former crew members also revealed that some ports have unofficial arrangements with local taxi drivers and tour guides who meet passengers right at the ship with competitive alternatives to the official excursions. These operators know the ship's schedule and are motivated to get you back on time because their reputation depends on it. Just make sure to negotiate the price upfront and confirm the return timing before agreeing to anything. Finally, let's end with something positive that former crew members want every passenger to know. Despite all the behind-the-scenes challenges and industry secrets, there's still something genuinely magical about cruise ships that keeps both passengers and crew coming back. Former employees consistently mention the unique community that develops on board, where people from completely different backgrounds share experiences they'll remember for years. One former entertainment director shared that watching passengers discover new places, try new foods, and step outside their comfort zones never got old, even after years of contracts. The crew takes genuine pride in creating those moments, whether it's helping someone overcome their fear of dancing, celebrating a milestone anniversary, or simply making sure a shy passenger feels included in activities. The real magic happens in the small interactions that passengers often don't notice. Housekeeping staff who remember how you like your towels folded, bartenders who have your drink ready before you ask, or entertainment crew who make sure nervous first-time cruisers feel welcome at shows and activities. These gestures come from people who are far from home, working long hours, but still find joy in making your vacation special. Former crew members also revealed that passengers who embrace the experience with curiosity and kindness often discover hidden gems that most people miss. Secret viewing spots for sunsets, quiet lounges perfect for reading, crew members who become genuine friends, and experiences that go far beyond what's listed in the daily schedule. The key is approaching your cruise with openness to unexpected adventures and appreciation for the hundreds of people working behind the scenes to create your floating vacation. Now that you know these insider secrets, you're equipped to cruise smarter, avoid common pitfalls, and maybe even enjoy your next voyage more than you thought possible. The cruise industry isn't perfect, but understanding how it really works puts you in control of your experience rather than leaving everything to chance.